Yo, welcome back to TeamViza TV interview series season 4. I'll be your host tonight, IPW. I want to take this time to honor sponsors for making this project possible. Big respects to Stadium Cafe, Army Clothing, Lala Closet, the Royal Family Vision of Companies, Inner Sanctum Entertainment, Hakim Graphic Designs, and as we will say, the best pizza in Trinidad and Tobago, Shimalicious Pizza. Special guest in the building, come all the way from Arima, Omisnails. She is the CEO. You are the CEO of Omisnails, right? Specialize in durable acrylic nails and toes extension. Exclusive quality. Let's welcome to TeamViza TV interview series season 4, Miss Omi. Very good. That's very strong.
Not really. Punching strong on this.
Huh?
Punching strong on this.
You punch it too?
Occasions.
Okay.
Occasions.
So you skip the intro, the entry, you skip it.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. Skip it. You're supposed to be this.
Oh shoot.
I feel like it's so that's anyway, we're gonna TeamViza TV interview series season 4. I'll be your host tonight.
Yes.
So Miss Omi, is it correct name, right?
Naomi is my full name, but
Naomi.
Omi is just my nickname.
Okay.
Everybody's calling me that.
So it's Naomi.
Naomi, yeah.
Naomi, how was the drive to come down to South?
Long. But I expect that because I love to go to South. Anytime I get the opportunity to, I go.
Okay.
I have a teacher, she taught me 3D acrylics, somewhere close, I think, close to South Park, but that's still kind of South area.
Right.
Yeah, so I go by her whenever I do need to go and touch up on like classes. If I have to go and do a service, whether it's pedicures, nails, toes, I don't really care. Once the person good, I'm good.
Okay.
So yeah.
Can you tell TeamViza TV a little about yourself?
Okay, so I am 23 years, going on 24, January 5th. Capricorn, gang. I don't really have much planned from over there, but 4 years in nails. It's been a long journey. Long journey. Some good and bad experiences, but I always think of every experience to be, the greater, bigger picture, so I don't really study it that much. I have a son, Adrian, he's 7 years old. Adrian. Yeah, so just juggling, dealing with my son, work, Yeah.
So since it's been a pandemic, it affected you in this wise?
Yes, greatly. Because in the starting, my son had school and I had to juggle taking appointments and doing school with him. And they always wanted it within a deadline, 6 p.m. Sometimes the teachers would have grace period where they would take it after 8. Very rarely, but it has been tough to juggle the two.
Oh.
Because sometimes clients could be demanding in terms of your time. So let's say you're not doing after 10 or you're not doing after 12. They would go on and on, I could be extra, I could be this. And I was like, no, this time is dedicated for my son.
Okay.
So you can't come and want to rush. People just always feel like as a service provider, you don't have a life. You don't have things that you need to do. And there's always stress. So even my regular clients that, they don't really ask out of bounds, but they know I have stuff doing, so they will be courteous enough to be like, okay, well, they say not going after 6, I'm not going to book after 6, and that's that.
No, they're listening to you.
Yeah, they know.
I see you have 8,000 followers. You know these followers here?
I mean, a lot of
giveaways. If you work as individual that...
Well, yes, I don't really show myself to the public that much. I feel like my work is supposed to speak for itself.
Right.
So a lot of people don't know who I look like, my appearance, everything, and that's good. So When I go to the grocery, I can shop in peace. And other people come and be like, hey, Omi, you know, like that is me. For those who recognize me, I'm grateful that they actually remember this face as Pam. But it is be strange because I don't know how to receive it. It's like, like hi, you know. So
That's celebrity. That's celebrity.
People don't say that, but I don't feel that way.
In your woods, what's our name?
And name tag is a student first and foremost. You're always learning. You're always learning. So it's not just, oh, I doing this good, a chip on my shoulder. Like, no, every day is an improvement. Every day is supposed to be seeking out, hey, what could I do to better my service? How could I improve my customer service? How could I, better my game? And as people always say competition, but I don't feel like your competition should be external. It should be internal. You should be your own competition. You understand? So that's my motto. I hear a lot of clients, they would come and be like, oh my God, there's so much native mom. You don't look at competition, and I'm just here like, no. Tunnel vision. I'm there watching my work. You understand? Tunnel vision, yeah.
And what did you realize you wanted to become a native? What stood up?
I had no ambition to become an exec. None whatsoever. It was basically a desperation at the time. I needed money. I was working KFC for 2 years, no one can remember. Big up Broadway. All them KFC workers from Broadway, just saying. 2 years I used to work there and it was a lot. I wouldn't say that the work was hard. I would say that it kind of pushed me to be like, hey, I really don't want this for my life. I really don't want to be in a place where I had to be working to survive, and a lot of the ladies who were there, some had children, I didn't have any time, unfortunately. And they used to like survive on this small bit of money. And I left there because of working too much night shift without staff. And I was out of a job for a good while, bouncing around, taking little gigs here and there. And then I said to myself, well, I was in a new relationship freshly when I wasn't, working. And I said, I don't want to be a deadbeat girlfriend. Like, I don't want to be...
First my head is, can you?
Yeah, I don't want to be a deadbeat girlfriend. All those girlfriends who, like, you have a man with the guy, and this guy taking you all over the place, and you don't want to spend a cent. Like, nothing. Even the clothes on your back, they're asking the man to buy it for you. I didn't want to be that person. So I said to myself, I could see what it have out there. Even if it's not like a paying job, I could like do something by the time until the resume come in and I get a proper job. So I was looking around in Arima on Facebook, just messaging people, hey, you want an assistant? Hey, do you need anybody to help you do this or whatever the case may be? And I knew nothing of nails. My mom never, I grew up Adventist, so I didn't have any nails, no makeup, no nothing. So that was out of the park, and I should have been vexed with me because of that. But I saw nails and I was like, oh, this is really nice, artistic. At that time I was a little tomboyish. I like, see what you see on kids. That's my idea.
True.
Halo, cap, cargo pants, that's the thing. That's me. I don't wear no gilly thing burst outside, nothing.
Climbing tree and
nothing, yeah. Dread. So I saw a lady by the name of Nelly Nails or something like that. Yeah, Bling by Nelly. And I asked her, say, hey, can I be your assistant or something? I really wasn't looking for anything permanent because as I say, I had my resume going around. I was looking for a job from AGC and places. And she was like, okay, come through now. And out of the goodness of her heart, she came and she taught me some classes. And she taught me everything she knew. And after a while, I started doing specials and stuff. And in my head, I'm like, why these people come by me? Like, I'm the rude girl from KFC everybody like why are these people coming by me? So after a while, I started, falling in love with it and getting more into like my feminine side because I really wasn't on that kind of. vibes. I really wasn't on that kind of vibes, like, But after a while, I started really loving it, and just the whole mere fact when you finish a set and you're like, oh my god, this is what I did, you know? Like, I was always artistic, but I didn't know exactly what field I would have been in art. Because I remember, like, growing up, painting, drawing, my mom used to always be like, I mean, it's a nice job, you know, but I feel like you go through a period of struggling, you know, like you'll always hear that kind of, you know, stigma with artists, like painting, and you'll be, you know, not making enough. So I'm like, wait, I wonder if I could sustain myself for this, because I really didn't want to work anywhere else. And then I just started promoting, you know, Facebook, Instagram. At the time I didn't have Instagram, but I said to myself, Facebook, I'm beating Facebook out. Snapchat, I wasn't on Twitter yet, but still in the weeks, right? And I guess because of where I went to school and where I work and stuff, people started seeing improvements after a while. And then had some people who never came after, like when I first did the nails when I started. And from now, they like actually see a change in the application on the work.
Nice story. Nice story. I want to ask you, because you mentioned Bling Mindedly, and she was one of our past guests.
Yes.
Here, right? So basically, she played a major part in it.
Yeah, she did. She did. And I don't know, I remember the first time meeting, on the first day we had a heart-to-heart, and I was like, this woman looked like she knows what she's doing. You understand? And I trusted her with everything. I guess like in turn, like my arrogance, like after a while I was like, okay, I'm doing this now, I don't know nobody harass me. Let me do my thing, you know? And I've taught students in the past, and they had that same kind of vigor. And I believe it's like, I don't want to say a chip on the shoulder, but it comes like that. Like, okay, I learned this, let me just do my thing on my own to improve. And I felt like I should have actually listened to her more in terms of like cleaning up some parts of my work, so I wouldn't have to be wrong about to, you know, figure out my mistakes.
Right.
So yeah.
This opportunity I will give you. Look at the camera. Camera.
Hi Nelly. Thank you so much for actually believing in me. Thank you for actually supporting a dream that I didn't know that I wanted in the starting. And thank you very much for actually being there.
Like buying that, big up yourself. But I say, well, we've been in the game like 4 years now, right?
Yeah, 4 years. Good
Advantage, disadvantage?
Advantage.
Advantage.
I mean, I don't work for nobody.
Independent.
You could check in your time. Like, if you want to work 8 to 2, you could work 8 to 2.
What if you think you have also in 2021, going to 2022?
Scary.
At your age?
I mean, it's nicer because you could get to go wherever you want. You could take a day off. You could say, okay, I'm taking a week for myself. You know, it's just a struggle of like making sure you always have that flow.
Okay.
And you see, marketing and sales is always a big thing. So you always have to be in the new. Always have to be thinking about video concepts, photo concepts. Like, it's always on the ball. And sometimes you really need to take a break. That's the disadvantage, not knowing when to take a break. Because sometimes you could get overburdened thinking about all these things. And any time for yourself to, yeah, exactly.
You're sleeping like calm, studying.
That's me. Like, I don't go to bed super.
Because experience the same thing too.
Yeah.
Think about our show, 3 week. I say like, what angles are coming with?
True.
There's guests who come in.
Yeah.
So you find like I can't sleep for 2, 3 months, artists not training.
Yeah.
Get break on something, you know. How often do you reinvent yourself? Where style is
I'll try every year. Every year around December time, I usually buy like more products or different products to focus on one aspect that I want to. Like for last year, it was art. I wasn't such a good drawer as I usually tell my clients, but I try my best to whatever they hit me with to get it done. So I couldn't even draw like a straight line on a nail at one point in time. So to see that progression from not being able to draw a straight line to actually drawing like a lot of things on a nail is really cool. As
we speak, what's the latest trend, right?
Latest much trend. I'm going to catch my spot. There's so much trend right now, eh? Well, for New Year's nails, everybody doing reflective polish, like more line designs coming for the New Year's. So yeah, because it's glow in the dark kind of way. Well, reflective. I use glow in the dark. Because it's reflective, it looks like fireworks. So people are putting on the nails now. Actually supposed to do a set this coming January with it. So
how do you keep up with the latest trend?
Instagram, TikTok. Well, my clients, because they would bring their photos, and I'll be like, okay, this is cool, let's do it. And I'll have some people.
They're all about clothes. You do first clothes, we just say YouTube.
True. Nah.
Everybody that came here is YouTube. So basically, it's a certified nail tech.
Oh, well. Try to likely, but yes.
Yes.
Yes, I haven't, like, there's an actual test that you need to do. I don't think it's certification, I think it's more or less like getting your license. But I'll have to go by accredited school internationally to get it done.
Okay.
So it's the journey to find that out, that information to get it done.
So you recommend others who want to be a nail tech to learn by nail?
Yes, she does courses as well, and she does nails as well. So
I saw you doing some courses you doing? Like
yeah, like to teach? Yeah.
So you get that versatile?
Yes.
You learn from by nail.
That was because of COVID though, because I was like, okay, well, people are already doing the nails often. I'm sure a lot of people will want to learn how to do nails. So then I started writing like a little curriculum, like what time, hours, this, that, equipment, stuff like that. The first person who did my nail course, Signature Nails if in the house. Yeah, she did it. I think she was like a beginner, but she still did a refresher. I think she got a lot of information there. And this is what somebody told me come out to sell. But yeah, she does nails now. Everybody who passed through the class, they are at nail tech now. So nobody not doing the class just for, to waste their money. So yeah.
Come on, flowing. Well flowing by. What would you say is your strength opposed from your weakness?
Strength. Determination, because even if I don't get something, I'll make it a need to get that done. I don't care what the scenario is. If I need to do research, I'll do it. Just to make sure I get it done.
I know every CEO have a story in a sense of like they must face like obstacles on the journey into accomplishing what it is they want to accomplish. Have you ever faced any obstacle that you wish to share with us?
Yes. Not getting the nails to stay. There was a constant period in time where I don't know if it was the equipment that I was using or what, like let's say 9 out of 10 people, it was that bad. 9 out of 10 people would come to me and be like, okay, it lasted for a week. It lasted for 3 days. And through that, I said, okay, let me do more research on products. So I went on YouTube and big up YouTube. And I started watching Young Nails. They have like a nice big platform where they teach other nail techs how to better their craft. So I would religiously watch Young Nails and other small creators on YouTube that would help me, understand what it is to prep the nails properly. And I remember not doing certain things that I do now, like cutting the cuticle, making sure I get underneath there, make sure I'm filing nails properly. Like I think I used to do like a half-pick walk, but it didn't used to stay good. So in me trying to find out more information on how to do the nails, I started buying better products and getting that results. But that was a big hurdle because it don't make sense the nails looking good, and then after like 2-3 days, the person saying, well, hey, this came off my nails, because that's very depressing to deal with. You understand? And I would say even now, like my nails stay on, but there would be few people, and when I mean few, like a needle in the haystack, who would complain about a finger lifting or and this is just new, plain new. I can't take all that. I mean, that's for people. I can't take it. No.
It's not the nail glue, right? It's not the crazy glue.
Don't use crazy glue on my nails, bro.
Is that somebody come here and said this crazy glue already?
Nah.
Who said that, boy? Somebody.
Crazy glue?
Yeah, somebody recommended using crazy glue on the nails. And I asked the same thing, I was like, crazy glue? I was like, crazy glue?
It is smell and look like crazy glue, but it is not.
Does burn too? When
Ow.
glue touch your skin, it's burn the crazy glue.
Well then.
So you not advise nobody to use.
No, don't.
You hear that?
People
Don't
do not
no
use crazy glue to stick on nail tape, please. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
And what is your best style on nails? You enjoy doing
My
nails?
signature is ombre.
Ombre?
Yeah.
Isn't that you create or something?
No, but I mastered it into such a way that they had nail expos, and I think I invited my mom to show how to do the ombre.
Okay.
So yeah, it's very different. I like to see the seamless blend between the nude and the color. I mean, I don't judge other people work, but I just say a few ombres that look, you know.
So you work with your what do you call this?
Yes, my trunk, you can call it.
Trunk?
Yeah, my trunk.
Okay, who get the nails done tonight?
Well, your mom's. I'll do a finger to demonstrate application.
Okay.
Yes, how to prep your nails as well too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What are some of Naomi inspirations?
People or like just in general?
In general.
Um,
Inspire you the most?
to make it on an international stage, not just Trinidad.
Okay.
Like I feel I can do so much more. I mean, I'm not being ungrateful to like clients or people who come by me in Trinidad, but I feel like I want to be that nail tech that goes on tour. Like I'm in
What do you
Canada,
have in
I'm in the
place
US. Baby steps. We had to organize your passport first. And then as time go by, I would put things in place to get that done.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my goal.
Can you name any of your goals already that you have accomplished?
Personal business.
Business?
Okay.
Go personal if you want to.
Be more creative with the nails, because I really try to do the minimum of work. Well, I wouldn't say minimum as in like basic. I try to keep it simple because sometimes going wild out does look too kind of, you know, not too nice. So, putting boundaries in place. I didn't used to do that before. We used to come all hours in the night, and that's annoying. It's very annoying. Being more assertive in business, because other people will just carry a far ride, and you need to be the one to drag them back. Hey, this is how things are going.
Right.
Not being like rude, but you know, you are the one handling everything. I used to always have my clients be like, yeah, well, I'll pass through, and then it's like I had stuff to do and I would put that off. But no, it's supposed to be the other way wrong. It's supposed to be the other way around. You're supposed to put the boundaries in place.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So I guess I feel accomplished with doing that within the last 2 years is making sure boundaries are in place, making sure people stick to the policies. Because I used to go and give people like what do you call it, grace, and say, okay, and the deposit comes still now, and then they don't come, you know. So, you know, boundaries is a big thing for me.
Right.
So I'm glad that I actually get to bring that across, because people who I've never even met who wanted to book with me, they're like, yeah, I know how you do this, what you deposit, I know this. So I didn't have to tell them or go through that with them. They know already because of reputation. So I'm glad.
Naomi,
Yes.
send you back 5 years. If you used to go back 5 years to give the Naomi back then a message, what will it be?
You want to get out?
What message will you give your
Don't take life too serious.
Don't?
Don't take life too serious.
Strange? Why?
Because sometimes like you just want to be on a trajectory, you want to plan everything out, and it never is going the way you planned it. So I would say enjoy life, don't take life too serious, because you never know where your trajectory will change and where you're going, where you're headed. So enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride.
What message will you send our aspiring nail tech?
First of all, make sure that's what you want to do. A lot of nail techs out here, well, a lot of inspiring or beginner nail techs always feel is a easy job. It isn't. It's a lot of planning. It's a lot of being there on time. It's a lot of, you know, coming up with ideas, being creative. Like, I wouldn't let anybody just be a nail tech. You have to have that drive, that motivation. Because if you don't, you're going to just do because of the money and then you're going to crash.
Right.
Yeah, and then you wouldn't have nothing else to prove to people, and people wouldn't be like, oh yeah, she do, she thinks she always innovative. Like, you always have to be on your ball. Never, you know, yeah, she wants an ombre, I just do it. Like, no, try to spice it up. If I realize like 5 people coming for ombres, 2 of them 5 people, I try something new.
Okay.
And I'm not just gonna do the 5 ombre and that's about it. You know, so make sure that's where you want in life. Make sure you're on your own, you're not a boss. If you ain't making any money, you're not getting the money. Right? So, no, I just say it how it is. Like,
right.
it really is. If you don't work, you don't eat. So that's just how
If
it
you
is.
don't work, you're doing.
Eat.
I love that.
That's from the Bible, bro. That's from the Bible.
Follow the Bible, I say that.
I can't remember.
That's funny. Never experienced with a miserable client.
Oh, God, yes. And she came and do a course, eh?
Sure.
Like, yeah, she did a course
Sure,
after.
right?
I was, no.
Sure,
I really don't think she on my life, but I mean, she would know anyways. But she came to do her nails when I first started, and I always used to give people a disclaimer, hey, I'm a beginner tech. So if anything wrong, if anything happens, please, I'm in the beginning stage. Take it easy, right? So she did her nails, and I think after 1 day, she said all the nails off.
1 day, all the nails off?
24 hours. Next day, she like, ooh, my nails bare. So I like, what? 24 hours? What's going on here?
Right.
So I asked her, well, you know, did you do anything with it or whatever? She said, no, it just left dry so. Right? So I said, okay, well, I'll give you a free set. She came like 2 days after I did the set on her. You know, I did my very best. I told her I'm still in the process of learning, right? So my products was different from it is now, so I don't think that it hold with her hands. And yeah, she came after saying, hey, it's not staying on. And I already gave her a free set, so I needed to tell her, well, I'm very sorry, but I can't do anything more. And then she came for a course, a refresher course, and I recognized who the person was. And I did not bring it up because, you know me, I'm not on that. I mean, that happened in the past, that happened like 3 years ago, so that had nothing to do with me. You come here to learn as a student, I'm giving you the best of my ability. It's not that, hey, well, I didn't like this interaction, so I'm going to treat you a type of way. Like, no. You come here, you pay me money, you should get the same Naomi anybody else gets it. So, I work with her normal, and she did the course, she get the certificate, and she did
She's come out to do any further studies, you know.
Of course, I welcome anybody, no matter the interaction.
You seem to be a no-nonsense person.
No, yeah, definitely.
You ever think about trying politics?
Nah, they don't like me in politics at all. I'll be like, yeah,
Well,
now,
you speak now, you speak your delivery now, you deliver the words now.
I really wanted to be in like the force, Coast Guard, police. I tried, but they don't want me, man. I'm not fit.
Any politics, any MP, councillors?
Well, I just always deliver my words, so they go get my good.
Do you live by principles?
Yes, I do. I really do live by principles. I feel like that overrides any kind of emotional connection, relationship, nothing. Principles is principles. I don't care.
A big question I want to ask you. I want to ask you a big question.
That's a big question.
I don't have the text on your live there right now watching. In the district that you from, your business from Arima,
Yes.
right? As I mentioned earlier, on Arima have a lot of nail techs.
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself being number one?
No, I could put one person on the pedestal that I think is the best in Arima. And I don't care what nobody say. This woman, she inspired me to get my nails, my toes pictures on point. Nails by Whitney, she's my inspiration. Like, she don't talk much. I don't get to talk to her much because she's busy, but trust me, I admire that girl. She came in, I think like a year after me, I believe. I'm not sure. But she came really good, like straight off the bat, like self-taught. Like, you don't see much self-taught people like doing work that good. Like, I mean, I'm not describing anybody who is self-taught, who only life, sorry, but it's like I never saw people taking pictures that way. And at the time I had an iPhone, I don't think I was actually utilizing my phone as I needed to. So like watching people how they take their pictures, and that was really nice. But she's the best I find in nightmares.
So on a scale 1 to 10, will you class yourself?
Which one being the best?
One being the best, as she says, she doesn't say Whitney is the best already. She
I would say 9. Because, I mean,
no,
every
9.
day.
Just one second for me.
Okay.
1 to 10, on a scale 1 to 10, from 1 being the best, from 10 being the worst.
Oh.
We consider.
Like a number 2.
Then there's a
Oh.
Number 2.
Like a number 2.
Yeah, so it's ready everything.
And that's my honest reason. Like, honest.
Hey, honest rated?
Yeah, I'm honest reason.
Alright.
I still think
How
I
about
need more work.
Hey, honest rated. It's about saying the student is get better than the teacher. So that was
True, yeah.
pass bling by Nelly.
Oh God, don't say that.
No, Whitney first, you after.
Don't say that.
Whitney first, you after. So every man Nelly go follow you.
True.
She go
I
follow
wish
you.
she was teaching though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't think she. I don't know what is going on.
But she after you because she is number 2.
Yeah.
I say pass you. She get better than the teacher. She get better than the teacher. No?
God away. See what this is about the night.
Do you own a station?
A station. I used to own a salon, but
Okay.
that then flop and then COVID. So.
And exact location for the viewers who might be interested.
Green Street in Arima, closer by Rituals. So if you're gonna from a maxi, just walking straight until you reach Island Finance. So yeah, but it's not like they could come and like visit me because I only do by appointments. But hopefully if they catch me there,
So big
we can
shoes.
wave.
This is number 2. We get appointments. Got us walking, there's something and this and I say I can do my nails now. Naomi, you're going on an island forever. 3 things you could carry with you. What would it be?
My phone.
1.
What else, man? My TV.
2.
And a bed. We want my light on.
3.
We want my light on in the island.
It's even a curse.
Oh shoot! I think
She will carry a charger.
I think I know. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, island forever. Your phone, a TV, and a bed.
Nah, I think I need to answer that again.
Let go again.
Unlimited food.
Yes, unlimited food. I mean, I could probably boil the water around the island, so we don't need water.
You want that?
A hot to like. I mean, I almost.
That's a real complicated question.
Yeah, it is very much.
Because you leave Andrew behind, leave it?
Wow! Wow, both of we go survive at the same time at the island.
Eh?
Listen, I thought about your child.
Are you going to steal Grammy?
Yes!
You going to steal Grammy? But yeah, steal Grammy. 3 words to describe Naomi.
Energetic at times. Very calculated at times. And what else was cheerful.
Cheerful. You confirm them 3 guys? Confirm it? You sure? Like it up. Once you confirm it, eh? Once you confirm it.
I'm right.
This opportunity, TeamViza, I'll give it to the camera to shout out some of your best clients. Who you're live, who fear, who.
So I have a Chanel. I won't call her Nell because that'll be a confusion. So Chanel, Tiny, who else, boy? Antonia. all the time, you know.
And you
I
have
real bad with
8,000
names, you know.
followers.
I real bad
8,000
with
followers.
names.
Plenty is your clients.
Not really.
True?
Nah, it doesn't make them Mako. That's why they That's why, what's up? These are real bad names.
Just
But Nelly's for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks to all my clients for
Right.
custom coming.
We take over.
Even if I can't get your names right now, trust me, it's
Click in.
hard, right?
Click in, click in, click in. You click in.
Yes.
What should come segment as long as here.
So gonna add it stuff.
She details about the nice shoes.
I like the strap. I like the chunky heel because I hate stiletto heels. I don't walk in them well. And yeah, I find these shackles look like sexy, so you know. And I like blue because blue is my favorite color. So
We purchased those.
ah.
We purchased.
Showholics, they had like a 2-for-1 sale, so I bought the same 2 pairs, one brown, one blue. They didn't have anything else I like, and I'm like, good, so buy the 2 pairs.
Sure, Alex, sit there.
Yeah, big up Showholics.
See you there. That's
Alright.
Sando, Tobago.
Jamaican.
Yeah.
I've been by the one in Sando.
Sure, I can get free shoes after this.
And then Tobago.
Eh?
Tobago have a show hall too.
Might sponsor you.
The handles.
Social.
Mm-hmm.
Omisnails for everything. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I don't have, I deleted that because nobody is really watching it. So I just have my personal page. Ah? Oh, sorry. Well, Omisnails for everything. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. I have a YouTube as well too, but I don't really post that much. But you can still follow in case I do, you know. Right?
Yeah.
Facebook as well is Naomi Hotspot. That's my personal page if you want to follow me. Just post something sometime-ishly. But yeah.
Now maybe look at close. Your flow, girl, your flow. What's advice ever given to you that you remember?
The thing is, I don't think any advice is worse in my head. Like, when I hear it, it depends on how it rub off. I mean, sometimes it rub off bad. But then, like, sitting down and let it marinate in my head, I can actually get where the person coming from. Even though they deliver it wrong, even though they probably say what they need to say, they don't know how to articulate themselves, like, I would still kind of get where they're coming from. So I'm always that type of person, even though it's like, even though it's like something bad they're telling me, I would still try to see where I could get, you know, their point of view. You know, so it's not really a bad advice. I don't think I've ever had people coming to me with bad advice. So I always supposed to give advice rather than to receive advice. But
Best advice ever given to you that you'll never forget.
you're not too old to improve yourself.
Good.
I had a client, she did a refresher, big up Maria, and she did the nails for a little while and she stopped because of, you know, personal stuff, and then she went back and she stopped and she came into this class and I told her, well, it's not too late to build yourself as a brand, you know. Like, it don't matter if you're 60, 55, it doesn't matter. You can do your stuff and have people come by her. Because I'm sure she have a network of people who's her friends. So, yeah.
They say nobody knows you better than your parents. You believe that saying?
Yes.
I know mom's sitting far, she wants to come on camera, you know, she go excuse her. But mom's from where you're sitting there, what type of person are you is?
Very strong-headed,
Strong-headed.
very determined.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, growing up, if you tell her don't do something, she want to prove that she will do it despite of the consequences of it. She will deal with consequences after, but she has to do it because that's what she wants to do. So she takes it everything that she does.
Have any advice you'd like to give Naomi as she continues her journey on?
I'm very proud of her. Actually, Naomi loved art from young, and I hinder her from doing art in school. And I remember she told me, see, you should let me take art. And I was like, where art will take you? Where you will go with art? You know, and it's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming out really well. I'm proud of her.
8,000 followers.
I don't look at that counter. I just look at what the people who just come by me and who the people who are in Packer. Thank you.
It's what is that big thing? 8,000 is plenty.
You would think so, eh?
If given an opportunity to cut a celebrity, who would it be?
Nicki Minaj for sure.
Who?
Nicki Minaj for sure. You see Crocs going up in stocks? You just, hey, you know what? You know I want to ride that train.
Don't let Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, of course. I didn't even care what nobody had to say about this and that or what she did. I don't care. Like, she's a trainee, she bound to be like that. Like, I don't care. Like, everybody has some kind of attitude in them. I just hate when people say, oh, she have attitude. You have attitude too. Even if you're like so holy, thou I show in church when somebody come and tell you something, you want to blow off the hinges. So, you can't be judging people because in the situation, they might have reacted a certain way. You still don't get to know the person.
Right.
And that's why a lot of people like they don't try to get to know me as a person and just brand me as, yeah, she real like strict. I feel she like have a bad attitude, you know, like I don't understand the mixed the blend. I don't.
Before we close off, any forum questions we'd like to ask Naomi?
How long are you doing this for?
Me? A year.
A year? True, only season 4?
Huh?
Season 4?
Yeah.
You know,
Season
only stick for
four,
one
all
season
good.
for half them shoot on Netflix.
The TeamViza reach out to you. What do you want? The
No
TeamViza
worries, no
reach out to
worries.
you.
Huh?
The TeamViza reach out to you. What's it?
You're the only person. But I wanted to get a spot on TV6. I don't know, but hopefully I can get it. I don't know if they would do segments like this. Yeah, they come at a time and where they're actually taking like interviews with businesses. So I guess I'm waiting for the opportunity. But then other people would say, hey, do we have opportunity to come go and get it? So I'll ask around and see. I have a guy who used to work TV6 actually as a camera. It was TV6 or CNT3. But I'll ask him and see.
So the TeamViza message you to come on the interview. You're surprised knowing that we looking at your work?
Yes, I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I didn't get a chance to watch it on page and shit. But I just been busy. But yes, I would recommend anybody to come here. Yeah,
We like to see the interview after.
Who boy?
The number one.
Yeah, boy. Whitney? Yeah, I don't mind.
Any
See,
questions?
she available. I mean, I know she's very like funny. Like she's very kid and stuff a lot. So I'd like to see her.
Season 4 almost done. Season 5 will kick in right after. So probably season 5 when I see me, you never know.
Yeah, man, I
What
hope
is
she
his
come
story?
through. She come through.
Yeah. Naomi, on behalf of TeamViza, we welcome you again. We appreciate you. And today is a special day. And here why. Today make it 100 interview. And you was that person who is number 100. So this is a special interview. So next time you come back here, you will see your face somewhere because of it, or you will get invited to something we might be having again because of the 100.
I feel honored. I
Yes.
feel really honored.
So, and not only that, the sky is the limit. And your energy really great.
Thank you.
You see how you have your mother and supporting you? That is what you need. Not everybody have their family behind their back. I here with my son, and I go in distance with him. I never miss an interview. 100 interview, I never miss one. And that is to show you that is real love and understanding.
Yes.
Alright, so you go from strength to strength, and my wish for you is all what you wish yourself in the future, you get it and many more. Always trust in God, and He will take you through.
True.
Alright?
Yes.
Jesus'
We
name.
love you.
Thank you.
Yes. There are some segments here. Relationship segment. Oh, that's a question, relationship wise. Is it appropriate for a woman to propose to a guy?
I don't see.
Will you propose to a guy?
Yes. Only if he doing the most. I'm not gonna get down on no knee to embarrass myself and then not do the most. Like, it have no way, no how.
Right.
And I mean, like, checking out, making sure you're there, reliable, not having me doing everything right through, having me thinking about everything right through. You understand? So, no, because I mean, like, sometimes it's gonna
something don't click back to me now, right? So don't click back to me now. It'll click back to me. But I go pay your last spot, I go pay your last spot. Continue.
No problem. No, I don't find this a problem. You would know, like, what you willing to do in a relationship. So if you're that type of girl that, nah, I'm not paying no money for man. I mean, it's up to you. I would never like force somebody to do something they don't want to do.
Moms, should the right part? Your time and she time is 2 different times, isn't it?
Yes.
She more old fashioned.
Huh?
She more old fashioned.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But up to date.
But up to date. So you agree with it? No problem.
Yes, it's not a problem. I don't see it as a problem.
Yeah, I don't see that's a problem.
But you was Zodiac sign ever dated?
They?
Was Zodiac sign ever dated?
Honestly, I never find the man's with the accent, but he was a police officer. So that in itself is a red flag. Yes. That in itself is a red flag.
Last question, putting it in that, right? Can a female love 2 guys at the same time?
Nah, never.
How would you say
You
that?
can't have a foot in the door. You can't have a foot inside somebody's house and a foot outside the door. That don't make no sense.
Okay.
It don't make no sense. It's either and then love too is not just about seeing it. Like you gotta show it. So how you could show someone you love them and then you somebody to decide means that you really don't care about the person. Time invested and you're gonna take that same time for the next person. That's a big man.
But anytime something called polygamy relationships, so
If you into polygamy, if you into that, no problem.
No,
You
me
have to
either.
have an agreement. But I don't. You can't.
It still won't have a balance.
It's exactly because you can't love more than one person. I mean,
Okay,
first and
good, but
foremost,
different kind of loves.
exactly. So the
Sure,
types of love. Yeah. People let's really talk about that.
he's the expert, he's the love expert.
Yeah. I can see.
I really question woman going down proposing.
True.
Yeah, but that happened to me. So
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, I old school. Red old school.
I don't have a problem with it unless the person doing everything they need to do. I'm a giver naturally, natural naturally. So anybody who have me will know they get a good one. Right? I'm not stingy. If we together, we get good thing. I don't like to spend my money on cheap shit and then it mash up. So you don't gain something from me, it's lasting long. So if I doing that for you, you understand? So
Meet
I
you
don't have a
halfway.
problem. Huh?
Meet you halfway.
Yeah, meet my halfway. More than halfway.
It's
You have a big rock on it today, blinding the whole thing. Much less for the
Wish it was
wedding.
real.
Much less for the wedding ring. Yeah, about the size.
Top shooter fellow.
Right, Naomi, we have come to a close with your interview.
Yes.
I want to say thank you for being a part of our interview series, season 4,
Yes, I feel very good.
episode 23. After this episode, you have one more to close off episode season 4.
True.
Alright, so next episode of season 5 launching. Big guns coming on for season 5.
I saw you was gonna bring out some kind of embarrassing questions. But now it's true.
No, just about the business, just about the business. You know what I mean? The story behind Omisnails. You know what I mean? Now, to view this full episode, go subscribe to our YouTube channel at TeamViza TV. Follow us on Instagram at TeamViza_TV for the latest update. CEO of Omisnails. She's here, live in car. Yes. Before, see, that's what I'm here for. Before we close, we'll go on a positive note, right?
Yes.
So the opportunity to close off the show on a positive vibes message to the live and to the young lady choose to go.
Message, boy.
Exactly.
Message. There's so
Calm
much
down.
things I want to say, but it's like,
From
get
the heart.
words.
From the heart.
From the
Right from the heart.
That's the only way to put it on.
Always try to embark on a new journey every time you get the opportunity to. I mean, you wouldn't know if you like something unless you actually do it. So my advice would be to start and just do it. Sometimes the motivation is come when you're doing it and you're seeing that, hey, you're getting somewhere with it. So people who always say, hey, I'm gonna start gym. Just do it, right? After a while, when you're getting it done, you would see a motivation because I lose the weight and whatever. It could apply to anything, not just gym, right? So my advice is start. Just start. Don't think about it. Start.
So let's hear that. Go outside.